Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. As you can see, we are broadcasting remote. We're actually in the VIP room at High Caliber Karting in Okemos, Michigan, here for a spillover meeting, but able to run up to one of our, and I mean all of us, favorite places on the planet, and that is Traverse City. Warren Call joins us right now, President and CEO of Traverse Connect. Warren, if you would just kind of reiterate what Traverse Connect is for everybody so they know.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, and good morning. Thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure. Traverse Connect is the organization that encompasses the former Traverse City Area Chamber of Commerce and economic development function for the 5-county Traverse City area. So all of those services under one roof.
It is a very big job, and it's been an interesting evolution to watch this happen. I remember when there were each separate, organizations.
Exactly. Yeah.
It seems like it's worked out very well.
Well, I just had my 3-year anniversary, and so we're midway through our initial strategic plan, and it's going really well. 3
years already, and Warren, you still look brand new.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
That's all right. Hey, let's talk about that. You're working on your strategic plan. Let's reflect back a little bit. What have been the highlights coming out of winter?
Well, coming out of winter, we've had a great rebound from the standpoint of the former pandemic that will not be named any further. We've got a lot of great things going on the business front. Obviously, it's spring in northern Michigan, even if it doesn't really look like it over Grand Traverse Bay right now. But we're gearing up for busy season. Today we kick off the 2022 Pure Michigan Governors Conference on Tourism. That's held at the Grand Traverse Resort. That's a great way to kind of kick the season off. It's hosted by our very own Traverse City Tourism, and we've got some great speakers. We've got Quentin Messer from the MEDC, Dave Lorenz from the Travel Commission. So that's obviously an important thing for our local economy here. But we've also got some fun things going in kind of some of our other sectors. We've got a lot of new businesses interested in coming here. We're highlighting some of our tech, trade, and creative businesses in the final stage of our Scale Up North competition. That's the awards final is coming up, I believe, in 2 weeks on May 5th. The Scale Up North awards this is going to be our 3rd year in a row. That awards competition recognizes and celebrates growing companies doing business up north. And we started with over 20 competitors back in February. They go through several rounds, and now we're down to the 3 finalists in each of the 2 categories. So there's an emerging business category for early stage companies, and then the Haggerty scaling business category for those established firms. So that's always a fun thing going on here.
Well, and that's like right in the throes of economic development, because as much a part of recruiting companies to come to the Traverse area, a big part of it is retaining and helping the ones that are there.
Yeah, and that award ceremony, it's not just, there's some great prize packages for the companies that win, but just going through that process helps the companies kind of hone their focus and their skills. It also gives them visibility. We're getting statewide, recognition for this program, and we want those companies to get that statewide recognition so that more people fully understand kind of the diversity of economic activity and businesses that we have up here. We've got great beaches and pie, but we've got a lot more than that.
Well, that's one of the things I always say. There's like a real economy attached to the real beauty of what you have up there, and that's one of the successes of Traverse City. I would suggest too that you take some of those winners and put them in the 50 companies to watch, and the Michigan Celebrates. Those sound like they could be winners there too.
Absolutely, great idea.
So let me ask you something, because you work with these companies, and on retention, one of the major issues right now is talent. How are we dealing with that up there?
Yeah, talent is, of course, one of the key issues. I know across the state, but especially for our small businesses here. We just hosted a small business council event earlier last week, and it was, as to no one's surprise, it's the focus of every conversation. We're trying to address that in a whole host of ways, but one of the key things is on the policy front. Business and community leaders across northern Michigan and our friends in other rural parts of the state teamed up successfully and advocated for the creation of the Office of Rural Development at the state level. That's something that, the governor just announced at the beginning of the year. She kind of heeded our call after, asking for that for a while. That office has now been established, and she requested funding for its operations. And we're excited about that because as it relates to talent, that office will be focused on hopefully new policy ideas and the improvement of existing programs from MISTA, MEDC, and other areas and agencies. And the idea is to improve the relevance of those programs so we have better outcomes for rural communities. And all of that coming together, childcare, housing, et cetera, will hopefully help us address our talent issues.
I would say a component of that too has to be broadband development, because that includes a lot of people.
Absolutely. Our issues play out differently up here. So broadband internet access, healthcare access, the way that childcare and housing need to be dealt with in a rural area is different than other parts of the state.
Well, and making available going to work for people through the broadband, that broadens the number of people you can reach as employees. Warren, as always, thanks so much. We appreciate what you do up there, and we all appreciate that wonderful area.
Hey, Chris, I appreciate the opportunity. Great to see you again.
Good to have you on, Warren. It's good to see you too. Warren Call, President and CEO of Traverse Connect. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.